Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This time, similar to the why is Fortnite dying, I'm going to be talking about what could change to better impact the game and make it really less stale because there really hasn't been updates. So today I'm going to be talking about why Salty Springs really needs to be removed or changed. So also make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and turn on post notifications and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. So it's not salty in general, it's salty, retail, or pleasant. I think a problem is everybody wants the old map back. And the reason why so many people want the old map back is because there's still parts of the old map on this map. So everybody's played with these parts for so far this season. And if you ask a lot of people their favorite landing spots, they say a lot of the older map places, which is the problem is I think just a lot of people aren't landing at the new spots. They don't get familiar with it, and they're just like, oh yeah, this place is bad. It's a bad spot to land. It's just no fun. And I think if they would change Salty, just remove it, and make something cool, unique, and better that kind of fits the theme of Chapter 2, or even next season, Chapter 2, Season 2, I think could better improve Fortnite by removing some of these old places that have just become useless. Oh my god. Why am I... So yeah, that right there, you can see I'm doing... That glitch no longer works. This was like right after they patched that glitch. So glad they patched it. That was a horrible bug. But going back to talking about... This is an old gameplay. But going back, Salty Springs it reminds people of the old map. Yes, was the old map better? I mean, in terms, kind of. It depends. I think a lot of people just don't like this map because of the lack of mobility. You put mobility on this map, say launch pads and some like ATKs, you don't really need cars. ATKs and launch pads back. I think it makes the game better because you have the mobility items. Yes, you have the boat, but you really can't drive them on land fast. And so I think with mobility, I think the new map looks good. I think it's the lack of mobility. It's not the map itself that's bad. It's the lack of mobility on the map that makes the map just look really bad. So I think if they just add some more mobility and then remove some of the older places where I feel like that forces people to actually learn and land at some of the new places, and even change up some of the new places. I think some of the new places are kind of lame and boring. I think Holly Hedges, yes, you kind of need that town-like feel, like there's an actual town, but think about it, there's Pleasant Park, Holly, Salty, and Retail. They're pretty much all the same buildings, all the same houses. It's not unique and fun. While there's Misty Meadows, another town-like thing, but it's unique. It's like old Happy Hamlet, but it's changed up and has maybe a few different building structures. Think about Lazy Lake, another town-based thing, but it's unique. It's got like its own car dealership. The houses are unique. The problem with Salty, Holly, yes, you could say, well, the buildings in Holly are kind of unique. It's kind of true, but not really. Yes, the buildings are unique, but it's just kind of one of those places where I look on the map and it's like, I don't really want to land here. It just kind of gives me, it's a boring vibe. So I feel like if they remove 2 of the 4, Holly, Pleasant, Retail, or Salty, if they remove 2 of the 4 and add something unique, like I don't mind being a lot of town-based structures and town-based POIs on the map. They just have to be different. There can't be 4 the same. Think about it. Craggy Cliffs. I don't know why I was about to call it Crag, but Craggy Cliffs is kind of like this town, but it's unique. It's got this restaurant. The buildings are unique. Everything's unique. Now, I'm not saying everything. Of course, there could still be towns similar to the Salty Springs and stuff, but we can't have the whole map just be that. Too much of the map, I feel, is that Dirty Docks, unique. A lot of these places on the map, yes, obviously there's old places on the map that are currently on the map, like Risky Reels. So, obviously, Risky Reels is something that is just on the map still, and definitely could be removed or changed or to become unique, but I feel like they could just totally make it better as well and make it into like this huge movie theater and make it interesting. Because I know I made a mini BR map and I named the place a movie theater, but why hasn't Epic actually added a full stage movie theater? Yes, that's one of the drive-in car things, but what I think they could do is they could like expand Risky and make it into like this huge movie theater. And I think that would be a cool concept. I think that Epic, to make the game better, they need to start actually changing stuff. I understand they went on vacation, but now you're back. It's time to get to work. You better give us a good update when you finally update the game. You also better fix the friends list, not the point of the video. But again, just Salty Springs is the most high name place, and I think it's the worst of the four. I'd rather go Retail, Pleasant, Holly. They're all different because Retail, Pleasant's just like this kind of town similar to Pleasant, but Pleasant is bigger. That's why I like Pleasant more. Holly Hedges at least has some unique identity compared to it, and Retail has a unique identity. So out of the four, I'd prefer really Pleasant to kind of keep that like old nostalgia town feel, and then Retail to create like this shopping center, and then kind of either change Holly or like change it and change the looks of Holly, or just remove it and start over with a new POI, and the same thing with Salty. And I think if you look at the places on the map and see why they've been popular, think about Sweaty Sands. It's not in the middle of the map, but it's popular because it has so many chests. Same thing with Slurpy Swamp. Well, except for it doesn't have as many chests, but it has shield. Whenever people land in the corner of the map, it shows that somebody likes the place. So if you think about it, Salty Springs, one of the main reasons Salty is extremely popular is because it is in the middle of the map. You're pretty much guaranteed to get the circle. Again, Frenzy Farm, I like the place. It's kind of this mixture between Anarchy and Fatal, but it also adds a new building and kind of a new feel to the farm. So it feels right. I love the big building. I don't like the attic of it, but I do like the looks of the big building with kind of this bigger house. So I do like a lot of the new places. I just feel like Holly Hedges or one of the three old maps. And again, what if they say, well, you could say, well, we want to remember the old map. Okay, fine. Take out a Salty, Pleasant, Retail. Replace it with, I'm not going to say Tilted. I would love Tilted to come back. But replace it by one of the older POIs. Maybe Dusty, I don't know. Just coming up with ideas, spitballing. There's a lot of stuff that they could add back from the old map, and again, maybe it doesn't fit, but it's all trial and error. And I think that's why just Salty Springs doesn't really work, is because it's plain. It's got other places on the map that are way too similar to it, and it's the smallest, has the less loot. Yes, it has great location, and a lot of people are going to give me hate for this because I'm slandering Salty, because everybody loves landing Salty. But think about it. If Epic adds something that's bigger and better than Salty, nobody will remember it. Everybody will be landing there. Literally, you place any place on the map where Salty is, and you're getting population. Holly Hedges, that place is really not that good either. You place that in Salty, it is technically better than Salty. It has more chests. You put Weeping Woods there, super popular. Okay, maybe not, but I like Weeping Woods. It's a combination of two places, Lonely and Wailing, and I like how they did it. They didn't just copy it straight from the old map. They added parts from the old map, took inspiration. As you can see, there's that one tower off in the distance, but they changed up the lodges. They made the lodges feel really big, and they felt them feel really nice, like you're actually in a lodge with some other rooms instead of the one lodge in Lonely, which kind of just felt like small and cramped, and they threw 3 chests in there somehow. They lumped them together. Now, I definitely think one of the other lodges could have one more chest in like the top attic, but That's not the point, but thank you guys for